morning, the tip.
Good morning.
So a couple weeks ago, we started talking about, we kind of did a bit of a history lesson with hard drives and flash drives and led up to the private cloud. A lot of what we're going to now with technology is private cloud-based, a lot mainly because nobody wants to lose their data. We need to keep that data, especially the biggest thing that people want to keep. Does anybody know what that is? Photos, exactly. I've had quite a few clients who at the last minute something crashes on their machine and they're like, pictures. They care about pictures more than they do tax documents and financial stuff. They want that. They want those family photos, birthday photos, and so forth. Personally, I keep a couple of local backups. I have some stuff on the cloud. I probably do more backups than I should, but better safe than sorry. So private cloud, in the words of Inigo Montoya, I do not think it means what you think it means. That was Mark's bit of humor, by the way. So what I have for you today is actually a video on what the cloud is.
Applications were just down the hall, across the campus, or at your company's headquarters. Now, with cloud computing, business applications, storage, computing cycles, networks, and other services are delivered to users virtually in the cloud. As your business increasingly relies on cloud computing for services and applications, how do you make sure those applications are as secure and perform as well as they did when they were on your dedicated local or wide area network? That's where the network comes in. Let me explain. Let's start with defining the cloud. Basically, the cloud is a way of delivering applications and IT resources. It's made up of a network of connections that provide access to services and a way for providers to deliver services to users. When you hear someone talk about the cloud, most of the time they are referring to IT services delivered via the public internet. However, many kinds of networks can be referred to as the cloud. There are public clouds based on the public internet, private clouds based on private internets, and hybrid clouds that combine the two. Because of the number of versions of the cloud, not everyone is happy with the same one. You might be using an application like email that works fine with the varying performance of the public cloud. But certain users like government agencies, financial institutions, and healthcare providers, to name a few, have serious concerns about privacy and security on the public internet. Not only do users have different needs, but the applications delivered over the cloud have different performance needs as well. What if, for example, you want to use the cloud for telemedicine or to store sensitive data? Would you want your doctor to trust your medical care to a best effort network? With compliance and privacy issues, consistent, secure performance is critical. As businesses migrate more and more critical business functions to the cloud, choosing the right cloud becomes essential. The better the cloud delivers your application and resources, the better your experience. If you're planning to use the public cloud, you'll want an internet service provider that can provide high performance and reliability. Level 3 has one of the most connected networks in the world. 60% of all traffic that originates on the Level 3 IP network stays on net. It's like your data is being carried in the express lane on the internet superhighway. When the public cloud simply isn't secure enough or performance is critical, financial institutions, government agencies, and other businesses might be more comfortable with a private cloud. This is where Level 3 can help. We offer an extensive private IP network, along with other dedicated network options. This allows us to build private or hybrid clouds that offer all the benefits of IP, but with the security and performance of a private network. Cloud computing offers many benefits, but one-size cloud does not fit all users. You need the right type of cloud network to support the way you want to use the cloud. At Level 3, our network is built to offer scalability, performance, and security. We provide the platform for businesses to migrate critical applications to the cloud, no matter what type of cloud you require. For more information on cloud computing and how Level 3 can help, check out www.level3.com/cloud.
So that's a big nutshell about what the cloud is. So is it what you guys thought it was? Or is it something a little different? So let's turn it back on. So what is a private cloud? It's a phrase used to describe a cloud computing platform that's implemented within a corporate firewall under the control of an IT department. And, okay, basically it's a room of computers behind a very secured locked door with a bunch of people like me in there. Private cloud is designed to offer the same features and benefits of a public cloud system, but removes a number of objections to the cloud computing model, including control over enterprise and customer data, worries about security, and issues connected by regulatory compliances. So a lot of you have heard of Dropbox. Yeah. Microsoft has their OneDrive that you can throw stuff up there. That's a public cloud. A private cloud is something more like in a data center where it's your access only, or your company's access only, that only specific people that you allow can get into. And you have to tell them how to get there, where it's at, IP addresses, and so forth. Advantages of going to the cloud. This is one of the things we talked about last week, the amount of power that a regular computer uses. And you don't think about it much, but if you add a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, as your business grows, your power costs are going to increase. So it lowers your power costs, it lowers your people costs, lowers your zero capital costs, and it's resilience without redundancy. The bonus benefit is it's greener. Green is good, for lack of a better term, says Kermit. It's reality. Cloud computer is now proven mainstream alternative for small businesses moving into the cloud and can save you money. And it is truly where things are going. More advantages, lower latency, which basically means you're not going to have a lot of lag. It's getting better and better as the bandwidths are getting better and everything is performing. You can work with faces and places that you know and trust. Our two data centers that Zephyr Networks uses are here, Santa Ana and Tustin. Only our company has access to it for any of our clients. And I've got a picture in there, you'll see what I mean by that. It's local physical access. If you'd like, Mark can give you guys a tour of the center. I think he has to be the one to take you in, since it's technically his company. But you can go and take a tour, and you can see what it's like. It's a very nice place to be on a warm summer day. Your data, your control, and it's not Big Brother. It's your stuff, your computer, your server, your data. Only the people that you specify have access to it. And it's a tailored solution. So it's not a prepackaged, here you go kind of deal. And this is essentially similar to what we saw on the video, where the data streams in and out. Basically, you've got your various institutions here and your various access points like mobile users, home users, businesses, your financial institutions, and banking. And the lots here represent the firewalls and the security mechanisms that have to be gone through. It's not a public IP address like going to yahoo.com. More on the cost and power benefits. Moving your business apps, including email, customer relations management, local IT services to the cloud could cut energy consumption by up to 87%. That's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. Using the cloud can save 23 billion kilowatt hours of electricity, which is a lot. It means we have fewer substations, and the substations around here aren't running quite as hard, and we're saving that energy that we need. According to a 6-month study of scientists at Lawrence Berkeley National Labs, so these guys know what they're talking about. And that's actually what my degree is in, is power stuff, not the little stuff. It's real cost savings for everybody, not only just California, but nationwide. Because what starts small, like the ripples on a pond, grows and gets bigger. Mark Brenner and I worked together to determine, this is from Mark, the two Marks worked together to determine that 50% of the businesses in California were to move to a cloud model. Businesses could save $8,600 annually. What else could you do with that $8,600?
Buy a new computer.
Buy jewelry.
Buy jewelry, invest it, yeah. Get your back adjusted, financial planning. And this is just a chart. This is the difference with going to the cloud. By 2019, it would save $23.9 billion. Just a penny or two. Some quick facts about our two data centers. They're pretty big buildings, 65,000 square feet. Typically the buildings are built with a false floor, ceilings and everything. Really to keep them cool. It's going to be one of the coolest places you can find on a hot summer day. If you have reason to go buy one, and it's a nice place to sit for a while. It's 33,000 square feet of raised flooring space designed, 22,000 volt power feeds into redundant Edison circuits, which basically means there's a backup of power. They also have a UPS battery system, so in case everything at Edison does go down, there's that. And they have a generator, 12,500 gallons of fuel, diesel fuel on site for generators. So if Edison goes down twice, and the UPSs, the backup batteries go down, there's still a diesel generator. And all that redundancy is built in to keep the network up. Because how many of us could work without an internet? Exactly. And security. They are very secure. You cannot just walk in there. You have to go through an initial guard area. They have you sign in. They verify your ID and your badge and all that sort of stuff. Certain types of equipment you cannot bring in. And there's videos. They record everything. They watch everything. They monitor everything. You have a key card to get in and out. Question?
I have a really silly question.
Yeah.
So the building is like the coolest place that you want to be on a hot summer day, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how does taking all the storage in that one building that you have to use energy to keep cool and to run all the computers in there, how does that save energy on a net basis? Because aren't you just moving all that energy that I'd be using in my office to the thing, or is there an economy of scale?
There's an economy of scale. Because instead of having to have an office, or if you have remote users nationwide, or even countywide, instead of having all these multiple computers that they would need to be accessing, they're all going to one point. So, and it's a shared system, so it's not 20 individual points, it's all coming into one. An emergency protection, they're equipped with air filtration and cooling system, backup power, utilities, fire suppression, earthquake preparedness, physical security, a halon system, which you don't want to be in there if the halon goes off, and enough power to conduct business for 4 days without feed from Edison. That's a long time, because sometimes it does take Edison a while. This is one of the racks at our data center. I'm not sure if this is Santa Ana or Tustin, but you can see it's essentially, if I can give a little pointer to work here, it's essentially a row of cages. Each one is about, 28 inches wide. All the servers slide in on a rack. And the computers that you'll see in here, the servers you see in here, aren't like your desktops that you would see in an office. They're usually about 2 inches tall or so, just wide enough to fit in that rack, and probably about, I want to say close to 3 feet deep because you can't reach across it. And they just slide in on some rails. And they can stack probably a good 20, 25 servers in one of those cabinets. And essentially that's all it is. You can see here the raised floor there, all the ventilation. And all the stuff up here at the top, all the cables that run in. It's actually it's a very neat place, so anybody who has OCD issues, you'll like it. Probably until you open the back side of one of these racks and you see the rat's nest of cables that are plugged in there. And then this is all of us here. Well, most of us. I couldn't get pictures from everybody on time. So that's Mark and everybody's family. You guys have asked me about Mark and how he's doing. Yeah. So there's Mr. Mark. That's Chris and his family there to the right. This is me and my husband in Chicago. The hawk at Ren Fair that wanted to eat my husband's finger. And then that's our dog. So, any questions? Val?
I'm just curious, when they're backing that up in your cloud, is it constant? Is it just at night? It's uploading? Is it?
Well, if it's any kind of backups, you can always schedule those.
Okay, so it's a scheduled backup then?
Yeah, so you can schedule it in off hours if you want. We do have some clients who back up during the day because of the type of data or the amount of data that they want to keep. Or they don't have to roll back too far, so they'll back up during the day. But you can schedule that at what works best for you, for your office.
And then my question is, in regards to cost, because I know every business is individual depending on all the data, but is it a monthly charge, a yearly charge? Is that independent of the business and how much data it is?
It is scalable. It depends on how much data and how much space that you need. Typically what you do is you pay for the space in the rack. And that's usually a monthly cost that they convert into a quarterly for billing purposes.
Okay.
And again, depending on how much you need and what services you need in there. Yeah.
And then how do we go about doing that with you? Do you come into our office, or you just, know, working on my computer system, what we have, and can estimate that?
We can probably estimate that because we do work with you, so we have an idea of what to do. There may be an on-site visit needed, depending on what's going on in each case. But yeah, it's definitely something we can talk about.
If I buy a new empty computer and want to work on, say, a Word doc or something, can I work on it in the cloud without software on my computer?
Yes, well, software does still have to be on your computer to run because what you're doing